Starry night, starry night. A loving mother, a flame-eating father. Look up, cherish both her luminous love and caring, his wrath and cruelty. Yet the Father, devouring all flame and glory.
When I was 15, the thought of an apocalypse never troubled me. The only thing I couldn't give up, even in the face of the world's end, was the sunset on that beach. Watching the sun gently slide into the water's embrace, or fireworks dancing on the canvas of the night sky. Even if tomorrow were better, it wouldn't be worse, I thought. When you're reading this letter, I imagine much has changed. Whether it's yourself or the world.
Read a hollow warning.
What disaster supplies should you buy?
Don't know the escape route.
Don't panic!
The answer's here. Bang knows.
Huh?
Bang knows. Bang who knows.
Alright. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and then add my desktop on. There you go. Trying to cope myself, so I might not be in the best mood. If you're probably aware of what's going on, I posted on social media. If you've been following my IG, it is it's heartbreaking, but at least I still gotta move forward because a lot of still serious stuff are still happening to those who are suffering. If you see my title already on this, it's called Twitch side, you'll probably understand why before it goes away. But I am going to make sure that this thing is being looked at right now. Hang on, make sure that everything's working right now. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I don't know if is my camera. I'm looking at my camera right now. Doesn't see. I'm gonna have to check my thing. Okay, take a look. Alright, I gotta check this really fast. I'll just do that. Make it easier. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that my game is alright. There you go. That way I don't have to scroll through it too much. This is Jimmy Pablo doing another live play of Zenless Zone Zero. I decided there's stories I haven't done, and before the new, I think the I don't know if it's the final story, but the official story that's coming out before the curtains. I'll know what's going on. A new character, like 2 of them, that are coming out. Before that one rolls in, and I'm decided might as well do this one, and get things going because there's stories I haven't finished. So I'm gonna be doing that with this, and probably getting it on YouTube side. So okay, we'll be on it. Let me see if there's anything I haven't done. Okay, done all that. Okay. Teleport now. I'm a long way from where I should be at. I know. Don't worry, I'm doing my best. I have to still put up a smile because, again, people do have to do everything they can when they know the loss of a family member or loved one. They still have to keep going no matter what. That they can't just back down or be weak. And now, when you have other people who are suffering really badly or worse than where I'm standing. At least I can stream. These people have nothing. They can't even stream shit. So all they have maybe is just maybe a phone, and that's about it. So that I have to still stand strong and do my best to help them out as well while they still can. So I'll be gonna be streaming just so I can able to get my thing going, because I know there's a lot of like things that are happening right now. Let me see. That was finished. That one's finished too. Okay, this one's not. So we'll begin this one. Let's see if they actually did it. That's what I'm about to find out. So we're just looking back on the stories that are coming forward, and then we'll see what happens from there when after ending it, because I know that this all I want to do is get these stories out of the way. So I'm gonna do that. Believe me, if the government would have failed on the Palestines of California, then none of this would have ever been happening for me to just do streaming while my tragic loss. I probably would have been needed probably a week or two before I came back, because I know how sad it is. But since the government of course the party of we're all aware who go in California have failed in making us citizens to pay for their damages that they couldn't fix because for some reason they screwed up. They didn't do a good job in safety standards and led to this tragedy. It's really sad, actually. It is. And they're lucky we're helping them. We're helping these citizens out. But we had enough already. We just had enough. And I hope the mayor of LA does resign, because she needs to go. This is unacceptable. Solely responsible. You know the story. All right, so let's get this going. See what we're doing.
Ah, you are very punctual. I wanted to discuss with you that recently, Miss Lilac has been acting rather strange. While she usually frequents the bookstore, recently, she has been going to the noodle shop instead.
What's wrong with the noodle shop?
I apologize. I have no bias against noodles. What I mean is, Miss Lilac's least favorite food is noodles. She even said, noodles being the protag's favorite food, that's so last year. It's a new year now. Have some creativity.
So Lilac really is a huge comic nerd, huh?
In addition, according to what her chauffeur and bodyguards said, she even skipped her extra classes today. This is completely unprecedented. Miss Lilac has always been well-behaved and never skips classes. Even in her free time, she spends it almost entirely reading comics. I have a suspicion that this all might have to do with that so-called Mockingbird organization.
You think the Phantom Thieves are teaching Lilac bad habits?
Yes, I believe so. In any case, in order to ensure that there are no potential threats to her safety, I wish if I could be so bold as to ask you to accompany me. I believe you are likely more familiar with Lumina Square than I am.
Sure, I can be a proxy for Lumina Square. No one knows where all the stores are as well as I do.
Although I am not quite sure I understand, I trust that it was a very amusing joke. Ah, yes, there was something else I wished to discuss with you. May I call you Master while investigating? I believe using this to cover our identities will be more convenient for us.
Of course. You can call me whatever.
Thank you for your cooperation. Then, let us begin from the noodle shop.
Okay. Do this. See how my moving is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Bah, 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 bah. Give me what you can. What do you know? What do you know? Let's see. Districts. You have to skip quarter this because I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. So much stories we have to still go through. Not like that, Take a look. That's the one that runs the video store. I guess she knows about more noodles than me. On to agreements.
I did not expect Miss Lilac would actually work here part-time. Logically speaking, she would not lack pocket money to spend. Unless... perhaps she's saving up to purchase something particularly expensive.
I wonder what it is. Maybe...
No, I highly doubt a surprise box, even a limited edition one, could be that expensive. Lilac's parents have been planning to sell a batch of paintings recently. That painting is amongst them, and I hear it was reserved a couple of days ago. But that painting is not cheap. If I had...
Wait, how much? How could someone her age come up with that much money?
Well, in terms of material wealth, my employer is indeed quite affluent.
Material wealth? Is there another kind of wealth?
Miss Lilac's parents are usually exceptionally busy and are unable to spend time with her. However, they are very strict and expect the best from her. No matter what she is doing, she usually has a chauffeur or bodyguards to accompany her. Well, excuse me, monitor her actions would be a more apt way to put it. Every day after school, Miss Lilac also has endless extracurricular and supplementary classes to attend. Though she may have material wealth, is she truly happy? Perhaps that is exactly why Miss Lilac spends so much time with her comics. At the very least, in the world of comic book fiction, she is free.
You're such a responsible attendant. Your employers are lucky to have you.
You flatter me. I do not believe I live up to your praise. Someone once told me that family is an everlasting, unavoidable curse placed upon a person. No matter how much you grow, no matter where you go, that curse will forever follow you like a shadow. When you fall to rock bottom or climb to your peak, it will appear, turning you back into that helpless, powerless child who can do nothing but hide in the closet and weep. Perhaps it is because I have never known the feeling of being bonded to someone through blood, but I've always believed that family should not be a curse, as they...
Family can be full of warmth. They can be the people who support you every step of the way.
It seems you and your kin are quite close. I am sincerely happy to know that. I believe Lilac chose to work part-time due to her family as well. Perhaps her savings are just short of being able to afford the painting, and she does not wish to ask her parents for help. Or perhaps she simply wants to obtain something through the efforts of her own two hands. However, what I am most worried about is that if Miss Lilac did manage to buy the painting, it would then follow that she would meet with members of Mockingbird. If this is so, she may end up in danger. So, could I be so bold as to ask you to accompany me to another location? Once we are there, I should be able to confirm where exactly that painting will end up.
Bam, bam. You're asking for money. What organization is the highest rate yield? Interesting.
You seem to have something about which you would like to inquire. Please, go ahead.
How come you know so much about this sort of thing?
I've merely dabbled a little in such things. I would not consider myself an expert. I understand your confusion. However, this concerns my past. It also concerns my nemesis.
Your nemesis? Like certain creatures from old civilization films who may enjoy a particular crimson liquid? Who perhaps fight wolf people whenever they encounter them?
I believe your imagination is running away with you. In any case, that past is not pleasant.
All right, I'll let you off the hook for now. Guess I'll just have to interrogate you later.
Thank you for your understanding. As a matter of fact, I once had dealings with these intermediaries due to, well, I had my reasons. Many of them are so cunning, they will take advantage of any weaknesses they perceive. It takes patience and effort to deal with them. If you ever come across such merchants in the future, please be careful. And do not give your trust lightly. Seeing as Miss Lilac has already obtained the painting, she must be meeting with the people from Mockingbird soon. We must stop her before that happens. She should have just finished her supplementary classes. Let's head over and take a look.
He's gone or something. Keeps running away.
Miss Lilac, please. We have no ill intentions. And I do not agree with what those other students said about you. I merely want to warn you that Mockingbird is suspicious. It is possible you may encounter danger if you go.
Even if I'm in danger, it doesn't concern you. In the end, you're just an attendant that my parents hired. Why are you trying to stick your nose into everything? In any case, you're probably just like those other people. You must think I'm a freak, just like they do. Well, I'm so sorry that you're forced to take care of someone who only causes trouble, who no one loves, who's edgy and delusional like me.
I've never thought that, Miss Lilac. You are the respectable, important employer of Victoria Housekeeping. We would never treat someone like yourself with such utter disrespect.
But you weren't even willing to listen to what I said.
My most sincere apologies. My knowledge is lacking. I have yet to better understand popular subcultures, such as what being edgy truly means. I shall make sure to take lessons and educate myself on it.
I don't think taking lessons on being edgy is necessary. It doesn't matter anymore. This is all just the price I need to pay to become a companion of justice. I bought the painting so I can finally meet with them. The people at Mockingbird told me that I'm the most promising recruit yet. I will join them and become a companion of justice. You cannot stop me.
I understand. If that is your, I will help you fulfill it.
I'm meeting with Mockingbird at the Ballet Twins at this time tomorrow. You know, I can in fact do this by myself. I don't need you. I've got a carrot and I've prepared weapons to deal with the ethereals. So, I don't care if you come or not. It's
My apologies. I have brought shame to myself by making Miss Lilac feel uncomfortable. I have failed in...
Are you really going to do this? To help Lilac fulfill her wish?
Yes, I will. However, the wish I will help her fulfill is what her heart truly desires. If I'm correct in my suspicions, she doesn't simply wish to join Mockingbird. That's only what's on the surface. She has other needs, emotional needs, that are truly what she seeks to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
The fish has taken the bait.
Fish? What fish?
That organization calling itself Mockingbird has contacted me. Master Proxy, may I ask you for a favor? Please, this is something only you can do.
Hair was a little bit loose on me. Here we go. We're going to fulfill it as much as possible. See where this story leads us to.
Let's light this hollow up!
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
Ready for combat. Andy, in position.
So that's 4. Ambi and Flabe are going to assist. The others, I don't know how about that's yet. We'll have to find out. That's all I know. We'll find out. Okay, here we go. How long the loading will take is unknown. There we go. Whoops, now I'm present.
The way is blocked. Let's keep going up the stairs. Understood.
here?
I set the meeting time a little early, just in case. There are still some ethereals ahead. We'd best get rid of this filth first.
That's why you got here early? To deal with the Ethereal?
Indeed. As an attendant, the safety of my client is paramount.
Quick, Harry!
In position.
Being happy's what counts. This party is just getting started.
Boom.
Roger. Fracture.
Let's do this. Ah. Easy pay, pie and done.
Understood. With this power...
Copy that. Standing by.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Let's see, we got this. We're getting through.
Lilac is over there. Let's go talk to her.
Roger. Is Lilac really okay?
She may just need some time. But I believe she'll wake up. People need to go through some ups and downs in life to realize what they truly desire.
Bernie's ready. Time to keep things
For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
Target confirmed. Make a choice. Neutralize.
In position.
Standing by.
Ah. I should have known. Let's set up.
Lycon! No way! You...
Why can't you? We had a deal!
Deal? Oh, I made a deal. But not with you. Master Proxy, I need your help. To investigate this so-called mockingbird, I attempted to get into contact with them to express my desire to join. Through my own methods, I found out they had already looked into my background and knew that, although I am currently working for Lilac's family, I am actually loyal to an unknown master. Could I trouble you with putting on an act with me?
Leave it to me. I'm a great master.
Fantastic. In order to help our disguise, I have crafted a new identity for you. You needn't worry. Simply speak as you typically would.
Oh ho! So you are the one who wishes to join Mockingbird. You may call me Codename K.
K? That's a strange name.
It's Codename K! Don't just get rid of words in other people's names! Without the codename part, it won't show any of the awesome epicness of me being a final villainous boss!
Oh, so you are also into the trending subcultures among young people?
What trending subcultures? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, you must be the rumored attendant Lycon and the Gemini gods. Wait a minute. What the heck is Gemini gods? That's clearly not a real name.
My master has many enemies. Please understand that they cannot reveal their true name.
Enemies? Very well then. Since we're all in the same line of business, I'll be straight with you. Lilac is our golden ticket, and we put in a lot of effort to get her to bite. We gotta squeeze every last drop we can get. We plan to take care of her for a bit after she mistakenly stumbles into the hollow, and then contact her parents for some of that dough. You have a similar plan, right? How about we work together?
Isn't that just kidnapping?
Kidnapping? How very ignorant of you. We're just taking a little fee for looking after a poor kid in the hollow.
Lycon, what's your recommendation?
Master, I believe this is an acceptable transaction. It's a deal.
So it's settled. Quick and forthright as expected of a fellow business person. I'll send you the time and location later.
We shall eagerly await your message. That should do it. Once we are there, we can pretend to work with them, photograph all the evidence of their wrongdoings, and then send the evidence to public security. Thank you for your cooperation.
Just what kind of identity did you give me?
Simply put, you are an influential and all-powerful head honcho of a crime syndicate that delights in doing evil. You have a network of elite agents at your beck and call, and I am one of your humble enforcers.
Wow.
Ah, right. There is something else I would like to discuss with you. Please do not inform Miss Lilac of any of this just yet. Speaking from personal experience, an encounter such as this cannot be resolved purely through reliance on others. We can help Miss Lilac deal with this threat, but we cannot protect her forever. She must see through this conspiracy herself. Perhaps.
I suppose that makes sense.
Thank you. I believe in Miss Lilac and her ability to overcome this.
Mr. Lycon!
Miss Lilac, until our contract ends, I am your humble attendant. An attendant will never betray their master.
Damn you! You dare toy with me? I'm the great leader of Mockingbird!
I'm terribly sorry, but our Bangbu has recorded the truth of your criminal acts. If you surrender and admit your guilt now, I trust that public security will not administer too harsh of a punishment.
No, I won't go to jail. I have no other choice. It's time you have a taste of Mockingbird's claws!
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten mad after you guys helped me. Okay, let's let Lycon take care of these guys first.
As you command. O Chosen One, please deliver your final justice.
Huh? Wait, what did Lycon just say? You never failed to impress me, Esquire Lycon. Esquire Lycon, it's time to showcase your real power! 148 getting even more edgy. Being happy's what counts.
Don't look straight at the moon. I'll fight your throat out.
This party is just getting started.
Bam! Just one burn, you're done.
Take them down.
As you wish, my liege. On the day of revelation, during the embers of a waning moon, that is when your karmic retribution shall strike.
You can't get it, Mockingbird.
Allow me to give you a warning. Never say that name again, or else no one will be able to save you. It is done. They should no longer be able to pose a threat.
That was an impressive speech, Lycon.
Yes. After we parted ways before, I took some time learning this trendy subculture. Miss... I am so terribly sorry. It appears my imitation of popular subculture was so poor. I have angered you to tears.
Hey now, Lilac isn't crying because she's mad. That's right. I just got ether in my eye. That's all. I'm sorry. I was the one who dragged you into all of this. You know, when Mockingbird first reached out to me, I did notice they were really focused on me. They were super sus. But then they said I was one of the chosen. They said they needed my power. And then it was like I just stopped thinking. I'm so sorry. As long as you learn from your mistakes and remember to be a bit more careful.
Miss Lilac, I don't think you need to be so harsh on yourself. Each and every person will have experiences like this, of some sort. But it's all right. If one can turn back in time, they will manage to find their true path in life.
Thank you. Now that I think about it, that was so embarrassing. I can't believe I was going around proudly calling myself the companion of justice. In reality, I just got tricked by a bunch of bad guys.
Well, I think what we're doing now is in the name of justice, don't you? It is only thanks to you that we were able to gain video evidence of their crimes and take them down.
Mr. Lycon.
I'm really sorry to ruin the mood here, but how are we going to move the people we knocked out of the hollow? Should I call PubSec?
That is indeed an issue. If needed, I can...
Hey, what are you doing here? Were you the ones who called?
Public security? Why are they here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Before I entered the hollow, I set an automatic SOS. If I were gone too long, my phone would automatically call PubSec. Huh. Didn't expect Lilac to be so prepared.
What's up with these tied-up people?
They're all bad guys.
I believe that sums it up. We took video evidence of the criminal activities that were being committed. We will submit it all to public security shortly.
I see. Well then, I'll take these suspects back with me.
Excuse me? I'm really sorry for causing all this trouble.
Why are you apologizing? We should be thanking you. You helped public security take down an entire criminal syndicate. Good job, young lady.
Huh?
That's right, Miss Lilac. I think you do deserve the title Companion of Justice.
Doesn't mean thank you. Can't thank anyone from that. No way.
I brought some desserts. Please, have some. My friend recommended this flavor to me, and I bought Mom and Dad some too. It should taste real good. Well, actually, after what happened, word had been going around that one of the students helped PubSec take down a huge crime syndicate. Everyone's real curious who it is, and saying how amazing that student is. I know it's only thanks to you. Okay, so recently, I had an idea, and the true heroes are always behind the scenes. I've decided to draw my own comic series based on the topic. The protag, intent on becoming a hero, and after experiencing all kinds of encounters, eventually realizes that true justice exists in everything he's done. A story like that, yeah.
That sounds awesome. So, you know how to draw, Lilac? That's so cool.
I've read a lot of comics, and though I might not be all that great at drawing now, I want to try.
I think that's a marvelous idea.
I think so too. Thank you so much. Mr. Lycon, Mom and Dad said that your contract with our family ended. They said you didn't renew it because your schedule is already so stacked. Though it's sad to see you go. I guess it can't be helped. You're the best attendant I've ever had.
I am honored to receive such praise from you.
Guess I'll be off then. Let's have dessert together again, when we get the chance.
You seem surprised.
Lilac seems to be doing really well. I didn't think she would recover so quickly.
I believe the reason Miss Lilac was susceptible to manipulation was because no one had ever expressed belief in her in such a way before. Her parents didn't spend much time with her due to work, and others her age didn't understand her hobbies. Thankfully, she has now found a passion to pursue, become closer with her parents, and made new friends. By the way, here is your compensation. It is as we agreed, double your usual fee. I am, as ever, grateful for your help. Without you, this wouldn't have gone as smoothly as it did.
Don't mention it. Remember to hit us up if you need anything like this again.
Of course. You are the best proxy I know. By the way, Public Security has confirmed that the people we took care of were merely copycats of Mockingbird. They used the name Mockingbird for their scams and deception.
You knew from the very start that they were a fake, didn't you?
I see nothing gets past you. You could say that I am quite familiar with the real Mockingbird.
Familiar? How'd you become familiar? How familiar? Go on, spill the tea, sis.
I was once deeply involved.
Wait, so you mean that...
Yes, it is exactly what you think. Now you know me in my entirety. I sincerely hope that this doesn't frighten you. If I may, allow me to share another secret. In reality, I have had contact with this edgy concept before. Or this popular subculture, I suppose. I have even memorized and recited such sentences. Of course, under the influence of a certain old acquaintance.
Really? I want to hear?
Well, if that is your wish, allow me to say now that if you wish to laugh, please do. There's no need to hold it back on my account. It would not be good for your health. Well then, let me begin. I offer this supreme honor to you. In this land of sin and virtue, solemnly do I swear. Humility, courage, integrity, compassion, fairness, self-sacrifice, devotion, honor. I shall never betray my loyalty to my companions.
Oh, Lycon, I can't believe you're having trouble memorizing such simple lines.
Shut it!
Because my performance is impeccable and so I need no extra training. You, on the other hand, have slipped up thrice already. Imagine it, Lycon. So, doesn't that sound super entertaining?
Save your daydreams for after we get this job done.
It's about time for a reunion, dear traitor.
Wow. It was a play. I have lost for words. I don't know. I've lost for words. A play. Let's do this one now. It was a play. Play that he presented. So it was never an organization. It was Mockingbird play. Just like that. No, one day be doing that together. Rivals. That's what he meant about rivals. Wow. Wow. Didn't really expect that to happen. I'm gonna get through this other one story, as we're doing a lot right now. There you go. Get moving.
It's not behind the shelves.
Granny Laisha, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for the sweet cakes. The silly sweet cake isn't behind the shelf. Ah, I remember you. You can help me find the sweet cakes, right, Priscilla?
I'm not Drusilla. My name is Belle. Say it with me, Granny. Belle. Oh, forget it. I'm gonna call Rena.
Are you looking for the silly sweet cake again, Granny? Is this still part of the assessment? Oh, but it's okay. I still have the pictures from yesterday. Here, Granny. Are any of these photos the sweet cakes you're looking for? She's completely focused on the TV. Manager, what's that on the TV in the corner?
Yeah, it's Invasion Next Gen. It's about a hollow appearing in the city, and the ethereal's inside it.
It's a hollow. There's a hollow! The sweet cakes are in danger!
What's wrong, Granny? That's just a movie. It's not real. If this is still part of the assessment, it seems a little bit excessive. Or perhaps Granny really was affected by the ad. We should go check on her, Manager. Drusilla has a GPS chip, so don't worry. We won't lose her.
Dog is still hanging around. Got me running around. Something's going on.
I can't run anymore. My legs hurt, and my mouth is dry.
Have you calmed down now, Granny Leisha?
You guys.
No need to act so surprised. We've been right behind you since 6th Street and all through Lumina Square.
You... who are you? I don't have any money or anything of value. Why are you chasing me? I don't know you.
Huh? Granny Leisha, are you being serious? I'm Rena, and this is the video store manager, Belle.
No. No idea who you are.
Then, do you still remember the sweet cakes you're looking for? The silly sweet cake, loud sweet cake, and wave sweet cake?
Sweet cakes. Oh, yes, I remember. I'm looking for my sweet cakes, but I've lost them all. I arranged to look for sweet cakes for someone yesterday. Who was it again?
What's going on? Is the Housekeeping Association's assessment process really this complicated?
With her reaction to that ad, I'm afraid this is more than just the housekeeping assessment. Have you heard the medical term, cognitive corruption syndrome? Anyone who stays too long in a hollow may develop the disease in their later years, regardless of their ether aptitude. Symptoms include rapid memory decline, cognitive disorder, and repetitive speech. In severe cases, one's memory can regress to that of decades ago, forgetting everything that occurred afterward.
You mean she really forgot us?
I'm just speculating. But having provided care for elderly individuals with this condition in the past, it's all far too familiar. The constantly changing sweet cakes, not recognizing us. If it's not an intentional act, then it seems like the most likely possibility. Either way, I'll take Granny home first. There are plenty of ways I can confirm my hypothesis. Thank you, Manager. You must be tired too. You should go back and rest.
Goodbye, Granny.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience caused to your store these past few days. Please, pass on my apologies to Wise, too.
There could be certain cases that are going on.
Rena apologized to me? Well, I don't really mind. You're at the store every time Granny turns up, and I've conveniently missed every encounter.
Ah, you're both here.
That was fast. Is Granny's house close to here?
She lives near Lumina Square, so it didn't take long. But I'm a little worried about her. I checked with the neighbors. She's lived alone for a long time, and she does suffer from cognitive corruption syndrome.
So Granny isn't intentionally giving Rena a difficult task. She's just not fully aware. I'm surprised the Housekeeping Association chose her for the assessment. By the way, why didn't Drusilla resist when it got taken by Granny? It's a combat bamboo. It could have easily gotten away from her.
Is it because it had been switched to silent mode?
Even in silent mode, Drusilla can move on its own. I asked the same thing on the way here, and it gave me an unexpected answer. When Granny carried it away, she kept saying, "I can do it. I can protect you." That made it mistake Granny for me.
Huh? Is that possible? You two don't look alike at all. Could that phrase be some kind of passcode?
The Drusilla in front of you is actually designed based on a doll I picked up when I was little. I didn't have many friends at the manor back then. All I had to talk to was the doll I named Drusilla. Father didn't like the doll. He said it was something the servants had used, and told me to throw it away. But how could I throw away my only friend? So I hid it in various places, trying hard to prevent my father from finding it. Under the bed, in the wardrobe, under the covers, constantly telling it, "I can do it. I can protect you." When I became an agent and decided to use bamboo in combat, I handed this doll over to the manufacturer. Surprisingly, during their inspection, they found a tiny recording device inside the doll. As expected, it was already filled with the phrase, "I can protect you." So, impulsively, I transferred the recording data, along with the name Drusilla, to the bamboo.
A manor... servants. So you were actually a wealthy heiress living in a mansion when you were younger, Rena? Now's not the time to pry. Let's get back to Drusilla.
Granny was muttering the same thing when she rushed out of the video store with Drusilla. To call it a passcode is actually fitting.
You're saying she mistook Drusilla for one of the sweet cakes and took it out of the store to avoid some kind of danger?
Judging from that ad that affected Granny, her sweet cakes were once, or are now, in danger because of a hollow.
But just what are these sweet cakes? We'll struggle to get to the bottom of things if we're unable to figure that out. However, the competition dropout and Crest of Waves trophy were both real at least, and the Wave sweet cake is still an important clue. I'll bring it back with me and talk to Granny. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. Sorry to keep the two of you.
It's okay. It's still early for us.
Thank you. How about I bring some special tea treats I made myself as a token of my appreciation?
There's really no need.
Then I best be off. Please do let me know if Granny turns up at the store again.
Something going on. I'm still getting the bottom of this, so I don't fall asleep. Okay.
How are you, manager? Has Granny been to your store lately?
No. Has something happened?
I obtained the Crest of Waves replica trophy this morning and went to take it over to her. But the place was empty, and her door was ajar. The neighbors say she caused a commotion late last night, banging on doors claiming a hollow was coming, and she was going to White Wave Hospital to save the sweet cakes. She's been searching for sweet cakes everywhere for weeks now, so nobody took it seriously, and they convinced her to go back to her room and go to sleep. But by morning she'd disappeared. She often goes out early to look for the sweet cakes, but this is the first time she hasn't locked her door, and the first time she's mentioned White Waves Hospital. Oh, it just seems odd. I filed a missing person report to public security, so I'm just waiting to hear from them now.
Gone to White Waves Hospital to save the sweet cakes? That's a new clue.
Searching for information on White Waves Hospital. White Waves Hospital is a renowned large-scale comprehensive medical facility in New Eridu. Earlier records go back 41 years to when it was forced to relocate due to a hollow disaster.
Wait, 41 years ago? That's the same year as that competition.
With funding from both the government and the public, White Wave Hospital, which has been relocated several times, retained most of its medical resources. Its symbol is a white wave.
A white wave? Is it a coincidence? Or have we been wrong from the start? The beauty pageant, the hospital, the wave? There must be a connection between the three. If you'll excuse me, manager, I'm going to contact a friend who works in medicine to investigate.
Let me know if you hear anything about Granny, even if she doesn't remember my name.
Well, as my current client, I must ask you to forgive her rudeness. I'm her maid, so please allow me to remember your name in her stead. Well then, I'll be going. Please don't let my affairs affect you. You have your own business to run, after all.
I shall follow your order.
Officer 148, mission start.
I'm at your
Standing by.
Let's fire it up!
This should do. Employ these three. We got new security. Security officer getting involved. Comes to missing reports case or something like that.
Preparations complete. I'm ready to begin, dear guide.
I think I'd prefer it if you called me, oh, great manager.
Unfortunately, I cannot base my terms of address on personal preference. Using the correct titles in the right situations is important etiquette at Victoria Housekeeping. Now, let's get back to Granny. Based on our current intel, I'm certain her cognitive corruption syndrome is getting worse. Her memory has already regressed to that day 41 years ago.
That day 41 years ago?
Yes. The Miss Metropolitan dropout incident and the White Waves Hospital Hollow disaster both happened on the same day, and Granny Leisha was involved in both.
But what does this have to do with Granny's search for sweet cakes?
There is a connection. A big one. The sweet cakes are the link between these two events, and have been the source of strife in Granny's heart for 41 years. It's a long story. I had to contact a lot of people and piece it all together. But we don't have much time, so let's talk on the way. Granny Leisha from 41 years ago. She'd have been around my age now. She worked as a nurse at the White Waves Hospital back then. She was in charge of taking care of the newborns.
Don't just smile at me. Go to sleep already. The more sleep you get, the quicker you'll grow. You're drooling. Let me wipe it off. Hey, that's quite the set of pipes you've got. Can you keep it down? You're going to frighten the other babies.
The hospital was short-handed, so Granny Leisha was always busy. Still, She loved her work. Of course, aside from her work, she had other things she wanted to accomplish. Oh dear! Looks like we've got a bit of a situation. Let's tackle the issue at hand first.
This door looks like it needs 2 people to open it. Look, there's another button to control the door over there.
They can handle pressing the buttons.
Leave it to me! Not you! Both of us!
I'll leave these 2 children with you, Proxy. Please bring them with you as you search for a way forward.
Temporary access permissions for Drusilla and Anastella received. Action request.
Me! Pick me!
The operational interface has been switched to Anastella.
Lead Anastella to push the button ahead. Great. Now Drusilla can get through.
I've stepped on the button!
You can use the permissions I've granted you to switch between them.
We're here! Both of us! I'm here! Drusilla, too!
There's another up ahead.
There's a large switch up ahead. Seems like we need 2 Bangbu to step on it.
Leave it to Anastella and me! Go, go, go! Here, Coin! Drusilla, let's do it together! Ooh, treasure! I found it! I'm standing on it! It's your turn, Anastella!
You can do it. It's up to you guys to press that switch.
Once they both get through, they'll be able to step on the main switch.
Main switch won't budge! Need Drusilla! We're here! Gonna step on the main switch! Hey-ya! Hey-ya!
Aren't my little Bangbu amazing? Our guide is pretty amazing too, of course. Now then, let's proceed. Let me continue with Granny's story. When she was young, Granny dreamed of becoming an actress. So she signed up for a beauty contest in her free time. That's right, it was the Miss Metropolitan pageant. Not just her colleagues, but she too was surprised at how far she got. Let's walk and talk. Granny emerged as the dark horse that year. To everyone's surprise, the judges gave her high scores. And just like that, Laisha Christie made it into the finals. Yet, on the day of the finals...
Is she coming? I remember in the news.
In a corner of the broadcasting room, numerous screens were showing the broadcast of the glamorous stage. But among them, an old TV was airing a piece of breaking news. It was a holo alert for areas including the White Waves Hospital. And so, on the screens showing that magnificent stage, the rising star who was about to be crowned Beauty Queen ran down the red carpet steps without turning back and headed to the place on that old TV screen. Seems we have some uninvited listeners up ahead. Let's pause the story there for now.
So she was about to be an actress before something terribly went wrong, which led to her going down from the red carpet and to, while she was still suited, and going to the hospital where the event was happening. something seriously went wrong during her time.
Locking in.
Yes. Blah.
As you will. In position.
You should thank me.
Go now, child.
Piece of cake. Not even much. Yeah.
Master, once you enter,
Ah, it's yet another strange door.
Yeah, and more different mechanisms.
That should be where the main switch is.
Time to step on the button again? Step on the button, step on the button!
temporary access permissions for Drusilla and Anas.
There's still
Action
a
request
button left to
approved.
press!
Initiating override.
I'm standing on it! Stepped on it! One more ahead! There's still a button left to press! I'm standing on it! Stepped on it! One more ahead! The main switch! It's done! It's
That's
all
right.
done!
We're very close to our destination now, Rena.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve.
Are the kids all right? Oh no! The main door is blocked. I remember the emergency exit should be... Ah! I found it! Don't be scared. I'm coming. I'll protect you all.
The hospital had already been enveloped by the hollow. It was pitch black everywhere, and things were in chaos. Leisha didn't have time to worry about her tattered pageant gown. She took off her high heels to run and climb barefoot. She kicked away the obstacle that blocked the main door. In a panic, she couldn't remember the names of all the children. Relying on her memory, she searched for one swaddled baby after another. Those clothes were all imprinted with the hospital's wave pattern. One baby giggling happily in the hollow. One baby that was drooling. And another that cried at the top of their lungs. They were the wave sweet cakes Granny was searching for.
That must have been when she contracted cognitive corruption syndrome. This is the last obstacle.
Let's get rid of it in one fell swoop and find Granny. As usual, I'll leave you to take the little ones.
We'd better take it with us.
Can press button too! Let's do it together! 3, 2, 1! 2, 1!
Biosignatures detected up ahead.
Granny Leisha should be there.
Yes, we should hurry up.
These two bamboo are pretty convenient.
Thank you for the compliment. We might have to battle ethereals later. So I'm going to withdraw your access for now.
So there was some sort of, how do you say this, past incident with the woman that made her get her head corrupted. That's what I'm starting to discover.
Not here. Oh, here!
Oh, good. We found her, and she doesn't look hurt. Just not in a stable emotional state.
I lost all the sweet cakes. The sweet cake with a silly smile, the sweet cake with a loud voice, and the drooling sweet cake. I couldn't protect any of them.
Huh?
Rena, didn't you say all the sweet cakes had been saved back?
Yes, I'm quite certain they were all saved. There's only one explanation. She doesn't even remember them being saved. Her memory has regressed to the night she was at the hospital, so she can only search for her missing sweet cakes. For her, the conclusion no longer exists. Granny Leisha, do you remember me? I'm Rena, and the new Eridu Housekeeping Association appointed me to help you.
Sweet cake! It's a sweet cake! Don't be scared. Even if you're all that's left, I'll protect you.
Multiple ethereals detected, rapidly approaching this area.
Rena, Granny Leisha, we need to get out of here. It'll be dangerous to stay any longer.
Ethereals are coming, Granny! Come on, we have to go.
Don't be scared. I'll protect you. I will.
You have to let go, Granny. That isn't your sweet cake.
It's a sweet cake. I won't lose another sweet cake.
She won't listen. What do we do, Rena? Rena?
Name, Leisha Christie. Nurse ID 2107. Your sweet cakes aren't lost. The silly, smiling sweet cake still loves to smile. She became a maternity nurse, just like you. The loud sweet cake doesn't talk much over the phone. But he said he'll come see you. Right after his concert finishes. The drooling sweet cake has already become a senior investigator. He might be off fighting ethereals as we speak. You didn't lose them, Granny. They just grew up. Now, it's finally their turn to protect you. Please wait there, Granny. We'll be done with things here soon.
Standing by. Suppressor K-22. Maximum firepower.
I can take him. Get back, get back.
Don't be afraid. It won't hurt.
Fire support. Ready.
Oh, you cannot stop me.
The flames follow my course.
Here we go.
Stand down.
I'm here. Time to heat things up. Feel the heat. Hey, idiots, I'm here.
Bam. Ah, come on. It's about to finish, but this still goes on. They just keep coming. Okay.
We're out of danger, and Granny Leisha has calmed down. How are you feeling?
You look familiar. I think I've seen you before. On TV?
It's okay if you don't remember me. But do you still remember looking for the sweet cakes?
Sweet cakes? Not a fan of cakes. They're sticky and dry out your mouth.
That's the one thing you gotta remember.
Do you remember anything that happened the last few days? What you had for breakfast, where you were, and who you spoke to yesterday?
No, I don't remember. Oh, I remember now. I'd lost something for a long time, and a kind soul helped me find it. Oh, what was it I lost?
That's okay. As long as you found it, the who isn't important. I'll remember all the unimportant details for you. Well now, I'd already contacted all the sweet cakes before we went into the hollow. They're on their way to Granny's place, so we'd best be getting back.
Right. Let's be getting back.
Ah, there you are, Miss Rena. I'm your contact from the new Eridu Housekeeping Association. Regarding your call, did you have an update for us?
Yes, I've completed the assessment. Shall we discuss the specifics at Granny's house?
About that, Miss Rena. I have to apologize. After double-checking, we realized she wasn't the client for your assessment. We got her mixed up with a lady of the same name, Leisha Christie. Actually, this elderly lady came to the association a few times, saying she's looking for her sweet cakes. But staff always got rid of her. But someone got careless that day. They let her in the assessment reception room and then... well, the rest was a coincidence.
If it weren't for carelessness and coincidence, she'd still be out there searching. So things turned out okay.
As for the official assessment, could I ask you to file with the association as soon as possible?
Later, perhaps. I need to get her home first. There are several people waiting for her.
I'll go with you. Perhaps there's some kind of compensation the Housekeeping Association can offer.
Well then, I'll come see you at the store as soon as I'm finished. Hello, Manager. I appreciate your help these last few days.
How was Granny?
The bad news is her memory is in severe decline. She doesn't recognize anyone anymore, let alone her sweet cakes. But the rest is good news. The Housekeeping Association contacted a suitable nursing home for her, and the sweet cakes all agreed to visit her on different days. She may not remember them, but everyone is looking forward to spending time with her.
Perhaps one day people will find a cure for cognitive corruption syndrome.
That would be nice. Cognitive corruption syndrome. Who knows? I've been in the hollows for so long. Perhaps I have it without even realizing. When I'm old, I might be looking for sweet cakes just like Granny Leisha. No. I'll probably be far more stubborn, rebellious, and unwilling to listen than her.
Looking for sweet cakes sounds like fun. Don't forget to bring me along.
It's a promise then. When that day comes. Don't be put off when I turn into Granny Rena, and stick with me until I find my sweet cakes.
Don't like that idea. Sounds like fair. I got this one. Let me see. Now it's done. Alright, then we got this one. What I'm trying to do is just finish these stories so that I don't have any more stories to do. Stories are really a lot. What's this? Ooh, a familiar face. Good with fire, but don't get too close to burn. He's obsessed with her flamethrower. You recall, we easily burn up. Damn. It's gonna be solo. No visitors are helpful with that, just one person. I figured something was gonna happen like that. Okay, here we go.
Piper! Where are you? Piper! 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 Liars as a proxy? This is the first time I've ever seen somebody try to find someone with echolocation. She can't have gotten that far. She'll be able to hear. Tire marks from a truck. You must have been stopped here. Hey, that you, Bernice? Come over here. Oh, I knew it! How dare you lay a finger on Piper? I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Piper! Oh, they didn't hurt you, did they?
Ha! Those greenhorns couldn't hurt a flea. If they didn't threaten to scratch Steel Tusk, I wouldn't have given them the time of day. Hey, kitty!
Bam! Like that. What do we got? Whoa.
Actually, I've seen him somewhere before. They're just folks trying to make ends meet in the outer ring.
Move it!
Time to die. Like that.
Boss, I already told you. We're facing Bernice and Piper from the Sons of Caledon. They're too much for us to handle.
When a real man fights against the impossible, that lottery ticket will not only cover my ex-wife's child support, but also help protect our lands.
Impressive! Using someone else's lottery ticket to pay for your own child support. And you're still worried about protecting your lands? What a hero. I'm sure your child would be proud.
Trust me, Bernice doesn't mean any harm. That's just the way she talks.
I know I may not be a good father, but I grew up in the Outer Ring, and I love these lands to the depths of my soul. I loved my wife too, but these lands remain my greatest love. I'll protect it with my life. Even if some crazy fuel maniac with $1 billion in prize money plans to buy the entire area as her own fuel testing site, I'll fight till the bitter end.
Who's this fuel maniac who sounds even greater than me? Could you introduce me to them?
I think he's talking about the rumored version of you.
Huh? Me? I would never do that! But now that you mention it, who do I buy the Outer Rings lands from? Well, also, the prize isn't even $1 billion. It's just 3 million.
Just 3 million. If I had that kind of money, my child support would...
Boss, now's not the time to be talking about child support. It seems you've fallen for the most extreme version of the rumor, but she doesn't actually have any such plans.
Oh, but now that I think about it, setting fire to the outer ring sounds pretty cool. Take it easy, Bernice. We're just about to clear up the misunderstanding.
I guess we came here for nothing. We came here with empty stomachs, hoping to make a killing with that lottery ticket. But it seems we'll be going home still hungry.
It's alright, boss. It doesn't matter if we didn't get the money. The other's low blood sugar has improved tremendously. It won't be like last time when Dickie fainted in that ethereal nest.
Oh, wait. Just wait a minute. You're the ones who came charging at us. But now you're trying to put on a sad, starving act? Now we're the bad guys? Hey, Bernice, say something.
Okay, I've decided.
Dare I ask what you've decided?
To provide self-service snacks during the first Bernie's Cup 7 Days and Nights Unlimited Drinking Festival, of course. A heart needs more than nitro fuel to keep pumping.
Did I miss something?
The first Bernie's Cup 7 Days and Nights Unlimited Drinking Festival. I haven't mentioned it to you? Oh, I don't think I have. Well, it's all right. I can just tell you now. I plan to use my 1 million to buy different flavors of premium nitro fuel and drink with everyone in the outer ring for 7 days and nights straight. What do you think? I'm sure everyone will love it.
Are you serious? Free nitro fuel and snacks? And we're all invited?
Boss, you're not dreaming. It's a promise straight from Bernice of the Sons of Caledon.
Yep. That's right. You can even bring along your ex-wife and daughter. Oh, wait. How old is your daughter?
It was her 4th birthday yesterday.
Then I'll book her a ticket for the 20th Bernie's Cup.
If only I knew you were planning to do such a good deed with your winnings. What have I done? I actually tried to rob a charitable angel like you guys tried to rob a saint! If we weren't so tired from hunger, we'd be tossing you into the air and cheering right.
Wow, I want to get tossed up in the air. Next time you see me, you have to toss me. It's a promise.
Of course we will. We'll get going then.
Bye! Proxy said the nearest hollow exit is over there. Did you hear that? They want to throw me up in the air and cheer. Everyone here is so nice.
I don't know what to say. Proxy?
What a touching scene. But, Bernice, were you serious earlier? Are you really going to spend all of it on treating everyone to nitro fuel and leave nothing for yourself?
Absolutely. I've been wanting to do it since before I had 1 million. Don't tell me you want my idea. You can host a nitro fuel party, but it can't be called the Bernice Cup. You've got to come up with your own name.
Oh, don't worry. We would never consider doing something like that. Compared to you, the Proxy and I are normal people, as ordinary as they come. We have lots of things we want to do and spend our money on. That's why we'll spend our money on improving our own lives, right?
Bam. Yeah, it's always that. Here we go. Get inside quickly. Mm-hmm. How many stories do you have left? What's this one? This one. There's this one too. Makes 2 stories we have. Okay. Let's get this one. Let's wrap up. Hold up, what the heck? Okay, there you go. There you go.
Let me give you an example. Say your gang gets into it with another gang, and you get sucker punched. But not long after, the two gangs make peace. Wouldn't you still be a little pissed?
Yeah, not just a little pissed. I'd be mega mad.
Exactly. That's what settlement days are for. In the Outer Ring, nobody just lets stuff like that slide. Even though Caesar's the new overlord now, there's still some unfinished business between the gang members. They've got 3 days to settle their beef by challenging each other. After that, it's time to let it go and move on. In these challenges, both sides put something on the line. Kind of like a wager, and winner takes all.
Whoa, those duels sound intense. But, wait, hold on. Am I even supposed to be at something like this?
Yeah, it used to be pretty hardcore, but it's much more chill this year. After all, Caesar's not the type to make enemies, and no one will come looking for trouble. This year's duels are mostly stuff like target shooting, rock, paper, scissors, tongue twisters, and the stakes are silly things like stale bread or a rabbit someone grabbed from their backyard. Oh, I just saw 2 gangs having a contest over who had the longer cat.
Sounds more like a fair.
Pretty much. But hey, Caesar's having a blast, so I guess that's just the new Overlord's vibe. Since you're here, Proxy, if there's anything you're not happy about from our last job, now's the time to settle it.
Things I'm not happy about. Actually...
Why are you looking at me like that? You're...
You stepped on Eos's foot back in the hollow! Boy, that really hurt!
Oh, really? Sorry about what, but hey, that's a perfect excuse for a nitro-fuel drink-off. What do you say, Proxy?
You just want some nitro fuel, don't you?
That's not true. Actually, I don't do well with nitro fuel. It makes me dizzy. But Caesar told me to make sure you have a good time, so I wanted you to get the full experience of settlement days. Anyway, I'm wagering a Bangbu ether battery, and if I lose, you can take it and give it to Eos as my apology.
Alright. Then I'll bet a discount coupon for our video store.
Alright. I'll go queue up at Steel Tusk. There's gonna be a lot of people buying nitro fuel today. Take your time looking around. We'll meet up at Steel Tusk later.
Wager. Or don't know where our top of our heads here. We just gonna come up and figure it out from here until something happens. It'd be kind of strange. Know what's gonna happen. You have to be ready for anything that goes south. Okay. Like I said, everything takes a while to get through. Alright, here we go.
Alright, Proxy. I'll go warm up.
I know Settlement Days challenges are usually not too serious, but does this one count?
Well, for cat people, their cats are like family. So if they miss out on cute moments for whatever reason, it could be something they'd regret for a long time. So this challenge is valid. I'm ready to accept it and make amends. By the way, did you buy the Nitro Fuel raffle ticket?
Nitro Fuel raffle ticket? What's that? Sounds fun.
It's just a little extra fun to spice things up. You can buy tickets from the Nitro Fuel vendor and place your bet on who you think will win before the match starts. And by the way, if you bet on me, oh, you'll have all the Nitro Fuel you can drink tonight.
But if you lose, you're gonna cover my Nitro Fuel, right?
There is no if. The champion never loses in the ring.
So, you're the one sent by the Sons of Caledon, huh? I'm challenging you, and I'm betting this brooch. What's the matter? You scared? I knew the Sons of Caledon didn't deserve the title of Overlord. What a joke. Hurry up! Fight me or scram!
Does this brooch mean a lot to you?
Of course. Pompey gave it to me himself years ago. It's my badge of honor in the outer ring. But whatever. A pup like you won't get it.
To wager something so precious. You must be ready to fight like your life depends on it, yeah?
Huh? It's just a stupid brawl for kids. So stop sounding so dramatic. I'm not losing to you.
Don't wager your honor if you're not serious about this.
Oh, quit stalling. You're just scared.
How about both of you bet something else? No need to risk something so valuable, right?
I'll bet my boxing gloves. And if you match me with something similar, then we've got a deal.
Then, I'll match you with my gloves. I'm gonna teach you a lesson either way.
All right. I, Lighter of the Sons of Caledon, accept your challenge.
Not bad, kid. But I bet you learned those moves in the underground fighting pits, didn't you? Did you share any of that dirty money with your dead buddies? Or did you just blow it all, not giving a damn?
Who told you about all that?
No secrets in the world of a big shot like the champion.
I've made peace with my past. Now, I only fight for the Sons of Caledon.
Oh, fighting for the Sons of Caledon, huh? Or using that dirty money to buy yourself a flashy job and a bunch of fangirls in the outer ring. You know exactly what I mean. Strutting around with that red scarf, acting all cool like a big shot. Ooh, I'd want a gig like that too. You and the Sons of Caledon. You're just riding on luck. But you know how it goes for those flashy, lucky dogs, huh? They bite the dust and end up 6 feet under in the outer ring.
You don't recognize the new Overlord, so taking your bet doesn't mean anything. I'll give you 3 days. If you want a rematch, I'm game. Oh, hey, the sun's about to set. Who's up next? Didn't think you'd stick around till the end, Proxy.
Of course. I bought those Nitro Fuel raffle tickets, didn't I?
So, did you bet everything on me? 'Cause, I've worked hard to keep my promise and get you all that Nitro Fuel, you know?
Who else would I bet on? But seriously, How am I ever gonna finish all this nitro fuel?
Come on. I went all out to win this for you, so at least enjoy yourself tonight. I promise I won't say a word to your sibling.
Wanna join me later?
I've got something I need to check on first. I'll be back later. Go ahead and grab your drinks from Bernice. I'll catch up if I finish early.
Winning bets and then the other one loses, just like that. Sounds strange at the same time. We got Bernice. Obsessed with Flamey and Nitro Fuel. Bam.
What brings you here, Proxy?
Bernice asked me to pass on a message when I was grabbing the nitro fuel. She said Big Daddy wants to see you.
Oh, sure. I'll be back in a minute. I've got something to tell Big Daddy, too. Remember Andreas? I had a feeling something was off, so I came here to keep an eye on him. I saw him answering a phone call, arguing with someone, and then he mentioned something about the Hollow. I'm gonna go back and do some digging on this Andreas guy.
I always thought you're the red scarf who steals all the spotlight. I didn't think you'd be watching what's going on behind the scenes.
It's because Andreas brought up some things from my past. So yeah, I'm being more cautious. I'm pretty sure we've never crossed paths before. And I've never talked about my shady past since I came to the Outer Ring. It can't just be a coincidence that he knows about it.
So it's all true. I had no idea that you'd been through so much later.
Yeah, if it weren't for my past, I wouldn't be wearing these sunglasses all the time. Sure, I get lightheaded around blood, but it's mainly because of a bad eye injury I got in an underground fight. My injury was pretty severe. I had to keep my eyes covered and live in the dark for a while. Even though it's all healed now, if I don't keep it shaded, it feels like opening up old wounds again. And, never mind. Anyway, I hope you don't mind me always wearing sunglasses when we talk.
Ah, I always thought you were just trying to look cool. But don't worry, I'm totally used to it.
You're funny, Proxy.
By the way, why did you become the red scarf?
Because Big Daddy paid off all my debts, and I needed to repay his kindness. Plus, Red Scarf sounds pretty cool, don't you think? It's Piper. Some guys I beat today are at Steel Tusk. They're up for a Nitro Field challenge. I'm gonna talk to Big Daddy about Andreas, and then go kick some butt. Oh, and Piper wanted me to tell you that the other Proxy has arrived in Blazewood, too. You two should crash here tonight. The Sons of Caledon will make sure you're well taken care of.
So there you have it. Something about the past doesn't really sit up with them. Sounds very suspicious that you just come up all of a sudden and just come up with this name and start knowing somebody's past without even knowing any answers how they got it. Very suspicious. We still have to continue the story though. That's all we're doing today is just finishing up these stories. Oh, what the heck is going on?
I was gonna ask Lighter to grab today's raffle ticket for me, but I couldn't find him anywhere this morning. I thought you were out partying all night. I didn't Didn't expect you to be up so early, Proxy.
Do you think Lighter's in trouble? It is settlement days after all.
Nah, don't worry about it. Lighter goes off by himself all the time. Nobody really knows what he's up to. Big Daddy never said anything about it, so I'm sure he's not getting into any trouble. Maybe he'll be back in the afternoon. Well, little ol' me needs to go catch some ZZZs. If you see Lighter, tell him to drag away those guys who passed out by Steel Tusk, will ya?
Belle, you said that Lighter was looking into Andreas yesterday, and he mentioned the Hollow, right? Should we go check it out, just to be safe?
I know Lighter isn't the reckless type, but he really looked out for me yesterday, so I can't just leave him alone.
Interesting.
I'm at your disposal.
Want a glass of nitro fuel?
Bernice?
I shall follow your orders.
Standing by.
Let's deploy them. We have 2 agents so tagging along to figure out what the heck is going on. We have to get to the bottom of this investigation. Or anything comes different than what we are usually previously seeing.
Sorry for worrying you, Proxy. I usually handle these things solo. No one really knows or cares, except for Big Daddy. Last night, I did some digging and found out that Andreas was probably goaded on by an old rival gang. That's why he showed up during settlement days, looking for trouble. Earlier today, I spotted some shady new faces around Blazewood. I figured they're probably connected to Andreas and our old rivals, so I followed them into the Hollow.
What happened?
Simply put, they're trying to use settlement days under Caesar's supervision as a chance to settle their beef and bring down the Sons of Caledon. They're setting up an ambush around Blazewood. They plan to strike tomorrow and start a full-blown fight. As you know, the town is now packed with regular people and other gangs. If the Sons of Caledon can't handle this right, people will lose their trust in us. I was hoping to figure out their route and take care of them before they could do anything, but they went poof and vanished.
It's too dangerous for you to do this alone, Lighter.
But during settlement days, everyone's got their own roles to play. Honestly, I didn't want to drag you into these outer ring disputes, Proxy. But I'm glad you're here, or I would be stuck with no clues.
Running off solo to play the hero is a bad idea.
Well, could I ask the esteemed Phaethon to lead the way now?
You got it. Leave it to me.
Wow. Just like that.
Warning, there are a few enemies ahead.
Yeah! Being happy's what counts! Yeah!
Alright.
Target confirmed. Go.
Oh, I'm kind of that move where you cut it. Like, thing.
It's the emblem of our old enemy's gang. Let's go after them.
Please continue onwards.
Locked.
At your command.
Rider the fire! Yep!
Target confirmed. Go.
speculation. The enemy is behind the debris.
You went back on your word! Oh, that's not how things work in the Outer Ring. Pompeii would never stand for this!
We said from the start we'd teach the Sons of Caledon a lesson, and you were all in for it!
But you never said anything about putting the regular folks and other gangs in danger!
You're just like the former Overlord. That sentimental old loser. He got backstabbed by his right hand. What a fool.
Backstabbed by his right hand? But didn't you say it was the Sons of Caledon that were behind it?
Oh, did I say that? When you asked about Pompey's death, all I said was, why don't you ask the Sons of Caledon instead?
You're all...
Go on, keep shouting! Soon you'll reunite with that good-for-nothing old boss of yours!
This is the Outer Ring, where the strong reign and the weak fall.
It's Andreas. Turns out he really was tricked by them. Proxy, you better hurry.
What's your honor really want? Move it!
Get at your command.
Move it!
That sounds fair. Sounds fair at all.
Out of my way!
Being happy's what counts.
I'll take you. Move it! Guess what?
My head's still on. I'm still alive!
By Settlement Day's rules, you face your challenges head on, not sneaking around and stabbing people in the back.
Screw your rules or whatever. Tomorrow, those losers in Blazewood and the Sons of Caledon will meet their end!
No need to chase them, Proxy. Nailing a few minions won't change much. Their main force isn't around here. If only we knew which direction they'd be coming from tomorrow.
Even if you did, what difference would it make? The Sons of Caledon will be out in full force tomorrow. With all the gangs around, some of them might try to pull something. The Outer Ring plays by its own rules. It's all survival of the fittest. And backstabbers are a dime a dozen. Even Pompeii didn't make it. And
so, you know their plan?
Did you hear anything I just said? If I hadn't misunderstood you guys, I wouldn't even bother explaining all this.
I challenge you.
Huh? You can just punch me if you're pissed. Now that I know you're not tied to Pompeii's death, I'm not interested in wasting my time on you guys.
If you lose, you tell us everything you know. If you win, oh, I'll tell you the last words of the late Overlord.
You know Pompeii's last words?
Mm-hmm. So, will you accept my challenge?
Yeah.
Andreas, the challenge isn't over yet.
You don't have to tell me! Take that!
Target confirmed. Go. Target neutralized. It's up to you.
Let me at him.
It's time! Don't be careless! Lighter! I'm up! Be gone! I got your six.
Go!
Back to Hito!
Things are about to get violent.
Then never back down. An opening.
Bam! Merdice did it. Did the job.
Whew, man. It's hard not to envy you. You're winning effortlessly with style, and being the one everyone looks up to. I gotta admit, you're a better fit for the outer ring than I ever was.
Let me ask you something. What would you do if you found out someone was plotting against Cinder Lake, and you had no backup?
What kind of question is that? Of course I defend Cinder Lake with my life. No second thoughts about it. What's so funny? This isn't just talk. Cinder Lake is the pride of the Outer Ring. I'd risk everything to protect it.
You must protect Cinder Lake.
Nothing. I'm not doubting you. Pompey would be glad to hear your steadfast response.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's not about who's a better fit for the Outer Ring. You've been here longer than I have, and your ties to this land are deeper than mine. I might have the upper hand in a spar now, but who knows who will win next time. I'm always down for a rematch, but on one condition. If you're not prepared to put your life on the line, don't bet something you see as your highest honor so easily.
Bam. With that, that was the...
Thanks for today, Proxy. Lucky you were there to guide me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have learned about their plan.
Are you planning to handle this on your own tomorrow later?
Well, like those guys said, if the Sons of Caledon go all out on the last day of settlement days, it'll look like the new Overlord doesn't really command respect from the other gangs. And the folks in Blazewood might worry that the Sons of Caledon's old enemies will keep coming back to cause trouble. So, I think it's best if I handle this on my own. Besides, when Big Daddy pulled me out of the underground fights, we agreed I'd deal with any old grudges and enemies from Caledon's past.
Dealing with old enemies. I didn't know you had to do all that.
The Sons of Caledon are still growing, and a lot of gangs in the Outer Ring are eyeing this new faction full of Caledon's legacy. Big Daddy wants Caesar to be a fair leader, and not to follow in her father's footsteps. So, there are some things only I can handle.
Are you doing this for the Sons of Caledon to pay back Big Daddy? No one in the Sons of Caledon knows what you're doing for them.
You're making it sound way too serious, Proxy. I'm getting paid, so I've got to do a good job, right?
Well, at least let me guide you through the hollow tomorrow. Don't be so quick to turn down my offer. After all, I'm a proxy, and it's my job to ensure my clients get back safely. I can't afford to lose such an important client like the Sons of Caledon.
Looks like I have to bring my A-game tomorrow. Can't let the red scarf of the Sons of Caledon embarrass himself in front of you. See you tomorrow, Proxy.
Bam. Goes another story. Stories after stories.
Never mind. They're gathering to cross the hollow now. We should intercept them before they cause any trouble in Blazewood.
Sure thing. I'll get you the shortest route through the hollow.
And, thanks, Proxy.
Did I miss something? We're just getting started, but you're already thanking me?
No, just felt like saying thanks.
Don't jinx it. In movies, when someone says stuff like that, things always go south.
Got it. I won't say it again, but just know I mean it. Let's head out when you're ready.
Those two are locked. It's a solo. Must be very serious. Despite of that, we just have to figure this out. It should be okay. Though I am running out of time. Keep going.
Proxy, we're running out of time. We have to stop those guys in the hollow. I'm relying on you to find the shortest route. What a drag. Take the shortest route, and I'll handle any enemies along the way. Ooh, that was close. I almost stepped on Eos's foot just now. I'd be stuck carrying Eos if I did. Watch it. Go. Keep going, Proxy.
Target enemy has entered the fissure.
The main force should be over there. By the way, Proxy, thanks for guiding me.
Hey, you there! Beat it!
Sorry, but I can't let you pass.
Whoa, hold up. Red scarf and sunglasses? You're the red scarf from the Sons of Caledon.
Huh? The Sons of Caledon really think one guy can stop us?
If you've got a problem with the Sons of Caledon, settle it fair and square. Don't go causing trouble in Blazewood.
Fair and square? Since when does the Outer Ring care about fair play? I must have missed the memo. In a place like this, it's all about who's got more muscle. Only the winner gets to decide what's fair.
The Outer Ring doesn't need any more pointless fights. Caledon. That's all history now. Today's the last day of settlement days. By the rules, if you've got beef, challenge us properly. So, what's it gonna be?
Rules? You guys playing house or something?
Enough talk. Take this!
I, Lighter, of the Sons of Caledon, am here to issue a challenge to all of you.
All of us? What are you putting up?
I bet my red scarf.
Fine. We'll stake our bad blood with the Sons of Caledon. Don't quit right away.
Challenge accepted. I'll take on all of you. So bring it.
I'll take you.
You're unarmed. You really think you can take on all of us?
To deal with you, fists are more than enough. Watch your mouth!
It will take a while. It won't be so long. Oh! It's up to these characters, but it doesn't take that long. I'm like, bam. Another round?
Coming through! You're in bad shape. You still put those fists up.
You want to talk? Cowering all the way back there. Well, I'm done warming up. I hope you can make my red scarf even brighter. Watch him learn. Lighter of the Sons of Caledon, have completed the challenge as promised. The red scarf isn't something you can take from us. By the rules of settlement days, all your old debts with Caledon are settled here and now. Proxy, I did it. Beat every last one of them. No cheers for the champion?
So with that, history learned their lesson. Don't challenge someone who's...
Oh, I'm so tired. Gonna take a breather here. You're in no rush to take EOS back, right?
Like I said, don't challenge someone who's really tough and knows exactly how to take a punch and hit them really hard back.
Even if I was in a rush, there's not much I can do about it, right?
Well, I could always lower the seat and EOS can hop on my bike and drive me back.
Still cracking jokes, Lighter? Sounds like you're not that tired. Maybe you should join me on another commission.
No. I'm seriously wiped out. Please, give me a break.
Not gonna lie, seeing so many of them today was pretty scary. Wait a minute. You thanked me before we went into the hollow. Were you planning on doing something reckless then?
Nah, I wouldn't call it reckless. I wouldn't be betting this red scarf if I wasn't ready to put my life on the line.
Why would you go that far, Lighter?
Remember what Andreas brought up the other day, Proxy? It's all part of my past. Because of my poor judgment, my mercenary companions lost their lives. I took out a huge loan to support their families. Those were some tough times. Then, the debt collectors threw me into an underground fighting ring to work off what I owed. I was like a zombie those days, just seeing one opponent after another under the spotlight, with nothing but cheers and curses ringing in my ears. After being there for a while, I became scared to look anyone in the eye. And then, Big Daddy paid off my debts, pulled me out of that place, and handed me this red scarf. He called me a high-profile fighter, saying I rarely lost. He said he wanted me to keep winning for the Sons of Caledon. When I joined the Sons of Caledon, I thought it was just another boxing show. But over time, I genuinely wanted to protect everyone, because I can't stand losing any more friends. I know this might sound a little arrogant, but as long as I keep winning, other gangs will show respect and fear for the Sons of Caledon whenever they see me. This red scarf isn't just a sign of victory. It's a warning to anyone who wants to cause trouble. As long as I breathe, I'll never tarnish the honor of the Sons of Caledon. I have my people, and a home I want to protect. Sorry for making you worry, but thank you. I'm glad that besides this red scarf, you've also gotten to witness my small moment of glory. I handed EOS over to the other proxy. Thankfully, it didn't get scratched or dinged up. Otherwise, the other proxy would have been pretty pissed.
And what about me getting pissed? I can be pretty scary when I'm mad, you know.
Well, settlement days are finally over. These 3 days really flew by.
You're terrible at changing topics later.
Yeah, well, I never know how to react when my friends are upset.
Oh, just kidding. I'm not angry.
Whew. It's getting late. Are you heading back to 6th Street, Proxy? Oh, I'm not trying to shoo you away or anything. Just saying, if you're planning to come back and visit the Outer Ring again, give me a heads up next time. I'll pick you up from the video store. Now that I think about it, it's always been Eels that's been riding with me. But next time, I want you to see our sunset with your own eyes.
This will be the last one. It is hard. Just go to the section 6 and see what's going on there.
Chief Miyabi! Tsukishiro! Hello! I'm so pleased to see you in such good health. I'm here to submit my sick leave form, same as before. You know the drill.
3 sick days this week. Got it. Chief, please don't go along with him. This isn't like ordering at a restaurant. Asaba, I have reminded you several times now you've already used up your leave for the year. In theory, we can't approve your requests anymore.
Theory is just theory. It's not like I can control this. You all know I've been sick since I was a kid, and I still get flare-ups every now and then. That's why my family abandoned me.
Huh? Didn't you say last time that you had no parents? Just a master?
Yeah, after my parents abandoned me, my master took me in. I passed all the tests for the HSO but got rejected because of my health. Thankfully, Chief Miyabi took pity on me.
I didn't choose you out of pity. It was simply because you were the strongest candidate.
Oh, you're too kind. What can I say? I'm a genius.
Fine. I'll figure something out for your leave. But 3 days is the absolute limit. And don't pull what you did last time, sending me a fake thermometer picture at midnight on the 3rd day, asking to extend your leave.
A correction? That wasn't fake. It was the actual reading. Though, it was my cat's temperature.
Public security recently seized a batch of illegal pharmaceuticals. Supposedly, they can temporarily boost ether aptitude. This is a highly important case and could be transferred to us soon. When that happens, you won't have the flexibility to take any more time off.
Drugs that can boost ether aptitude? Where were they seized?
In the hollow at Port Elpis. This is new. Are you actually interested in the case?
Oh, please. You know I'd never be interested in work. But a drug like that sounds perfect for slacking off. Wouldn't it be useful on missions? Why was it banned?
Because it's too good to be true. And even if it's real, there must be some unforeseen consequences.
That was a cool line, Yanagi.
Thanks, Chief.
I've heard of this drug before, but it was years ago. It can boost ether aptitude temporarily, but the side effects are severe. It worsens corruption symptoms, and can even cause the user to turn into an ethereal.
Oh, those are the consequences Nagi was talking about!
In any case, seeking power like this is pure opportunism. Real strength comes from hard work, not shortcuts.
But in this world, those with real strength are always a rare minority.
Did you just say something?
Nope, nothing. I'll let you get back to approving my sick leave then. My chest is... Anywho, I'll get out of your hair now. See you after my leave. Take...
Oh, this guy. He doesn't even try to fake it anymore.
He takes a leave like this every month. I bet he's just sneaking off somewhere and stuffing his face with tasty food.
Haramasa just has something he has to get done. If possible, I'd also like to...
Oh, no, you don't. Chief, we have a very important meeting tomorrow. Please make sure you attend it. And don't be late.
Oh.
He's trying to take off. Oh, no, you don't. Not you. Wow. Humors. Okay, now we just have to... Let's see.
Hey there, you two. How's it going?
Oh, it's you. No wonder there was only one knock. Too lazy to knock again, huh?
Knocking on the door is just another thing that wears me out. As long as I get what I need, it doesn't matter how many times I knock. More importantly, I need your help with something. Actually, you're the only ones who can help me out.
What is it? Sounds pretty serious when you put it like that.
I need to go into the Hollow for a case, but my carrot's acting up. You're the only proxies I know that I can trust.
No way. This is actually for work? Since when did you become so passionate about your job? You're not messing with me, are you?
Ouch, that hurts. As a professional executive officer, I have always been proactive at my job, haven't I? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity for you to see me in action. I'm sure the experience will come in handy if you run into any trouble in the future.
We don't want any trouble with the executive officers. Anyway, what's this case that you're working on?
I'm trying to track down a wanted criminal who's been missing for years now. His major crime is developing an illegal drug through illicit means. This drug is beyond existing theoretical knowledge and can significantly boost the user's ether aptitude temporarily. Simply put, it's like a wonder drug you see in the movies that can deliver superhuman strength with a single injection.
That sounds really suspicious. If we were in a movie, I feel like this is the part where the protagonist asks, but at what cost?
Val is right. If this drug really does exist and is safe to use, the city would already be researching and promoting it, wouldn't they?
Yes, this drug is extremely dangerous. In theory, it should have been completely destroyed years ago, but recently some rumors have started to circulate. They're probably connected to the drug's creator, the criminal I mentioned before. And my goal is to find him. Of course, I'll offer you fair compensation. Dennies are meant to be spent, so just name your price.
You should have mentioned that sooner. Of course we'll help you. Understanding the job of an executive officer is very important. So, when do we leave?
Now, no time to lose. Meet me at Port Elpis. I'll be...
Interesting. What I just saw. Hang on for a second. Gotta get my bearings up. I'm losing my conscience here. Hold up. Gotta leave my window open for a bit. Now I won't see so burning in my room. I'm like falling apart here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, after a while I start to burn. Maybe they're cooking something over there. Maybe something. Who knows? Usually it'll be cold, but I think weather changes and temperature changes, so can't really blame what's going on over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what the heck of this they're talking about. Oh, we got two. Interesting. This is gonna be one interesting case. They got the officer involved, the one with the, I think was it AI, something like that? So I know. I'm pretty sure what's the exact expect of it is, but we don't know. It's something related.
Let's search for clues in this area and see if we can find anything on this suspicious drug. Whoa! Looks like we've got a big one over there.
Where do we sit? Take a look.
A bow is so convenient at times like this. It's perfect for someone as efficient as me.
I think you mean lazy.
Sure. Huh?
Oh my! Now there's a familiar face. If someone from public security is here, I must have found the right place. Come on. How do you do, my fellow officers? Great work.
That uniform. Is he an executive officer? What is he doing here? Don't tell me those guys from HSO are trying to take our credit again.
Relax. I'm not the type of person to take credit for someone else's work. Right, Junior Seth? Oh, please say hi to your brother for me.
Junior?
He and I both graduated from the same academy. Just not in the same year. So, Asaba, executive officer, what are you doing here?
Oh, nothing much, really. Just a teensy little favor. I know PubSec is investigating the illegal drug case. Can I take a look at the samples you seized?
That's crucial evidence! You're definitely trying to steal our credit. This case hasn't been transferred over to HSO yet.
The drugs are connected to an important case I'm investigating. According to the Public Security Handbook, rule number... what was it again? I forget. In any case, PubSec officers are obligated to assist executive officers with their investigations inside the Hollows. In other words, you can't say no to me.
Mr. Executive Officer, it's not that we don't want to provide them. It's just that all the confiscated drugs have been sent to the evidence room, and we don't have any with us right now. Right, Seth?
Huh? That's right!
Oh, has anyone told you that you're terrible at lying? Since you aren't willing to cooperate, I guess I'll just have to take them myself.
Such clean moves. Wait, did you just go through my pockets?
Aha! Found it! This is an unfinished product. You haven't completed the potency tests, have you? The active ingredients are too minimal to increase ether aptitude. If you ask me, this isn't the real stuff. Just a cheap knockoff.
How did you manage to gather so much information from just a few looks and a couple of sniffs?
Because I'm an elite from Section 6. So, do you regret choosing public security when you graduated?
Hey, you really know how to piss someone off, don't you?
Oh, thanks for the compliment. By the way, I should probably mention that there's a whole bunch of ethereals over there sprinting this way. I'll leave them for our brave and skilled public security officers to handle.
Wait, you're just gonna hide behind us like that?
I'm sure you don't need me to deal with these ethereals, right? Besides, I'm busy protecting my bamboo here. I believe in you.
Huh? Sure. You do that. Keep me safe.
Don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you.
Just ignore him. Let's fight.
Help! Help me!
Young citizen, have you gotten lost in the hollow?
They are still there. Help! His eyes. What's happening? Is that a sign of corruption? There's no time.
I don't think he can see us. Maybe he can't hear us either.
Stay away from him!
The kid's turning into an ethereal.
But why? His corruption symptoms were pretty mild. Plus his core came out in seconds.
Oh no, he's gonna attack!
It's too late. This ethereal is tougher than it looks. If you don't want to fight, then get behind me, now. I'll take him down.
This guy. Why do I get the feeling this is your average ethereal?
You're right. But worry about yourself first. I'd rather not have to scrape you off the floor here.
Damn it! Don't underestimate me!
Understood. Yeah.
Break away in one hit! It's over now. Rest in peace.
What happened to him? His corruption symptoms were unlike anything we've seen in the handbook. And his core appeared almost instantly. There was no chance we could have saved him.
That's because those weren't signs of corruption. They're indicators of a late-stage disease.
Ether aptitude regression syndrome. People with this condition are naturally frail, with lesions appearing on their skin. But they have a higher ether aptitude than the average person. In the late stages, their bodies will rapidly deteriorate until they gradually lose all sensory perception under severe pain. In the end, just like that kid, even the slightest contact with ether causes severe corruption. Their high ether aptitude makes this disease turn a blessing into a curse. And there's no cure yet. Long time no see, Harumasa. How have you been these past years?
Do you know each other?
We're old acquaintances. What are you doing here?
Look at you, all grown up. What happened to my little pal? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirishima. I'm a doctor of sorts. That child who just turned into an ethereal was my patient. His condition had progressed to late stages. He couldn't take the pain anymore. So he decided to enter the Hollow and end his own life. Sorry you had to see that. Children suffering from this disease usually don't live long. I wish I'd noticed his emotional struggles sooner.
So all those strange things just now were symptoms of a disease? At any rate, public security will need to look into this. We'll have to bring you in for a statement.
No problem. I'll fully cooperate with public security's work. But first, could you please give me a moment to catch up with my dear classmate here?
Go ahead.
I don't really see any need for us to catch up.
Come on now, I thought we'd have a lot to share. Honestly, I never imagined you'd still be... and become such an outstanding executive officer. Impressive. But you've always been a well-behaved, diligent, and hard-working kid. It looks like all your effort has paid off.
Well-behaved, diligent, and hardworking? Is this satire?
I'll take that as a compliment. So, since when did you become a doctor? And one who takes on patients like that?
It's a good question. Good question. I didn't even realize what was happening till now. That's how I was confused, like, what's going on? Let me see what it says.
I run a sanatorium that treats patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome to make up for my past mistakes.
I'm genuinely surprised hearing those words coming from your mouth.
I may have done some bad things, but I was deceived by that man just like you were. You know that.
Whatever you say. What does any of this have to do with me?
If fate has reunited us here, there must be a reason. You and I, we should work together. I found some leads on him already. You've been looking for him for a while too, right? If you want, we can find him together as classmates.
You've been investigating Master.
That's right. I found a shelter that he used to hide in years ago. It was corrupted by a hollow, but there's still many clues left behind. If we work together and investigate the shelter, we might be able to follow the trail and locate where he's hiding now.
Let me think about it. By the way, Master told me that I was his only student, and you were just an assistant. We're not classmates. I was clueless as a kid, and didn't care about these things. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped acting like we're friends.
Come on, but we're indeed...
Sorry. How much longer will you need? It's not safe. We should get out of here ASAP.
We're done talking. The rest is public security's job, and I won't interfere. Goodbye, everyone.
Wow.
What were you guys talking about? I couldn't follow at all.
Sorry. That wasn't intentional. We can talk about it once we get somewhere safe.
Means it badly. Starting to see what's going on.
To be honest, I was only planning to snag a few samples from the PubSec officers. Everything that happened afterwards, the kid turning into an ethereal, and Kirishima, none of that was part of the plan.
What's up with that guy, Kirishima? He said he was your senpai, but something felt kinda off between you guys.
I have a master, and Kirishima was my master's assistant. I guess you could say we're old acquaintances. So yeah, no heartwarming, cheesy movie moments between me and him. I don't trust him.
I can tell that you two aren't very close.
Oh, and about the master thing. Cards on the table. Remember I told you the guy who made that drug is a wanted criminal who's been missing? Well, that wanted criminal is my master. His drug improves ether aptitude temporarily, but there's no way around the terrible side effects. He was found guilty by the Inquisitors in a trial at the time, but disappeared before facing punishment. Kirishima thinks my master fled to avoid punishment. He feels that he was deceived into participating in illegal experiments, so he wants to get back at my master for it.
So what do you think of your master? Are you going to confront him too?
Master taught me a lot of things, including archery. To me, he was like family. I was clueless about his research until he disappeared. I've been hoping to find him because I have a question only he can answer. I've been trying to investigate this case since I became an executive officer. There's never been any substantial evidence until the drug resurfaced recently. The sample I saw was not my master's work. It's a cheap knockoff, an unfinished product that's less effective with worse side effects. There. I just told you everything. Very sincere of me as a partner, don't you think? Oh, one more thing, very important. This isn't actually for work. Just my private investigation. If Chief Miyabi and the others ask you about it, can you keep it a secret for me, please?
I'll have to think about it.
Huh? For real? Whatever you need, just say the word. Oops, I didn't realize it's so late already. I'm heading out. I'll let you know when I find any more leads.
It's an interesting story. We'll end up finishing the last two before we finally close it. That way we can get this thing done, all the stories that are interesting.
These kids are currently living at my sanatorium. Tsubaki, Kana, Ryosuke, say hi to everyone.
Nice to meet you. Our families left us when we got sick. We're lucky Mr. Kirishima took us in.
Yeah. Mr. Kirishima's sanatorium gives us free food, shelter, and medical care. Without him, we'd be homeless.
I'm just doing my part. Ether aptitude regression syndrome is very rare. Hardly anyone understands what you're going through.
Oh, really? Last I heard, certain characteristics of this disease are pretty well known.
Anyway, since we're all here today, let's talk about happier things. My new manager friend here might not know this, but Harumasa was a real genius when he was a kid. First time he picked up a bow, he was hitting bullseyes. Just incredible.
Really? I can't imagine.
Not just archery. This kid could learn anything with minimal guidance. Gotta envy that talent. Too bad Master turned out the way he did. The things that man did are unforgivable. That's why I want to find him with Harumasa.
Your name's Kana, right? Why are you so quiet?
She's not used to socializing due to her health. Don't mind her. Come on, no use just standing here. Let's go inside and have some hot pot. Got any plans next? Maybe we could find somewhere else to...
Sorry that we're meeting again under such circumstances, Mr. Kirishima, but we've received an anonymous tip about illegal activities you may be involved with. Please, come with us.
Illegal activities? You must be mistaken. I have always been a law-abiding citizen.
No mistake, sir. We're here for you. You know exactly what this is about. Now come along, Mr. Kirishima. We'll get you situated with some fresh tea down at the station.
I'm afraid this isn't a good time. I have to take these kids back to the sanatorium soon. They hardly get to see the outside world, and I can't just leave them all on their own. Surely you understand.
Cooperating with public security is every law-abiding citizen's duty. Don't give our officer a hard time. Tell you what, I'll take the kids. I promise they'll get back to the sanatorium safely. Sound good?
Mr. Kirishima, shall we go?
Okay. I'll entrust the kids with you, Harumasa. But... could you take them to Port Elpis? The sanatorium is nearby, and I'll send someone to pick them up.
Oh. You don't want me to visit the sanatorium?
Of course not. I just don't want you to go out of your way. The sanatorium is in a remote area with a quiet environment to better help our patients. It's really hard to find without someone leading the way.
Oh, I see. Well, my super rich friend here wants to come too. Wouldn't you want a wealthy investor to see your sanatorium?
That's right. I'm very interested in your project. And if I like what I see, I'd happily invest 100 million.
We'd need to prepare for such an esteemed guest properly. There's still parts of the sanatorium that need work. We'll be sure to invite you once everything's ready. Isn't that right, Tsubaki?
Yes. Mr. Kirishima is right. We still have to get some things ready.
All right. I'll bring them to the port and your staff can meet us there.
Okay, kids, stay close to Harumasa. Be good and don't cause him any trouble.
Got it.
See you later.
I don't
Alright,
like
everyone.
this.
Let's go.
I've been reading the whole subtitles and I do not like where this is going. Something's fishy or someone's hiding the truth. Public security just knocking on the door asking if he's not is something he's breaking or close to breaking, you know, sounds very suspicious. I have to figure out exactly what's the whole point and what's really going on. Why we're so confused. I'm just fast forwarding it. It was amazing. There's something going on down here that I still have to investigate through this. I'm gonna continue clicking to get this thing done. Okay, that's it.
You mean the drugs we seized are linked to a big case from years ago?
That's what people are saying. Apparently it's a case from way back when. There was this researcher who invented an enhancing serum that could boost ether aptitude significantly in an instant. Even though it had nasty side effects and was totally illegal, it still caught the eye of some groups. But that's not even the wildest part. Do you know how the drug is made? They make it from living beings.
Living beings? Like animals? Or do you mean live ethereals?
You can't even imagine. They make it from live human tissue.
Live? Human tissue?
It's from patients with a special disease. We saw one, remember? I think it was called ether aptitude regression syndrome. It's a terminal illness. Most patients die before reaching adulthood, and the longer they live, the more dangerous it gets. The gist of it is, because of this disease, their tissue can be used to create the wonder drug that boosts ether aptitude.
What wonder drug? This is straight up illegal. And using live people to make it? Do they even see them as humans?
Well, it's definitely very risky for the patients. It could worsen their illness, maybe even kill them. But to be honest, if they could reduce the side effects, I'd be up for trying it. Considering we have to go into the hollows regularly, even the best of us can run into danger. If we had a drug like this, we'd feel a lot safer.
But isn't that unethical? Yeah, we might be safer. But what about the patients? They deserve to live a good life too!
You make a good point.
It's a small price to pay. Since the disease is terminal, just like your colleague pointed out, maybe using them to make drugs that help others isn't such a bad idea. Making the world a better place often means sacrifices. Between patients who won't live long and promising officers like you, the choice is obvious. Looking at the big picture from New Eridu's standpoint, these patients are just necessary sacrifices we have to make.
Asaba Haramasa! As an executive officer at Section 6, how could you say that? No one deserves to be a sacrifice! We all swore an oath when we graduated from the academy. No matter where we end up, public security or HSO, we pledge to serve and protect all civilians equally, not to judge them as more or less valuable. You can't weigh one life over another. If you really believe that, you shouldn't be wearing that uniform.
Seth, calm down. Harumasa probably didn't mean it that way.
Interesting. I never thought a man like your brother could have a sibling like you.
Huh? What's my brother got to do with this?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud, Seth Lowell.
What? You want to fight? I'm not afraid of you!
You're an honest man. You're going to make an excellent public security officer.
Huh?
Oh, and just to clarify, the drug's made from spinal fluid, not body tissue. It has to be extracted directly from the back of the neck while the patient is still alive. Well then, I'll leave you officers to your work.
What was all that about? Things escalated real fast. You're not mad, are you?
No. I was just curious how other authorities think about the drug, that's all. By the way, what's your take on this drug?
Even though the way the drug is made sounds kinda scary, if they can actually make it happen, the results could be promising.
I see. I guess it's natural to think that way. The kids are probably done talking. Let's go check on them. What do you want to drink? It's on me. Excuse me, can I get a bitter gourd juice first?
Bitter gourd juice? That's a unique choice.
You might be surprised, but bitterness can actually taste pretty good once you're used to it. When you've had to take as many meds as I have, for as long as I have, you start to appreciate the flavor. Relax. You can trust me. Not just because I'm from HSO. I've also got some unfinished business with Kirishima.
It was Kirishima who killed Shinya. And others, too. A lot of kids at the sanatorium have died because of him.
He's doing experiments on you.
You...
Just a guess. I didn't see any puncture marks on your necks. He must have told you to cover them up.
Yeah, Kirishima has been using us. The whole sanatorium is just one big human experiment lab. But he tells everyone it's a charity to help us.
Shinya wasn't even that sick. He had the mildest symptoms among us. But Kirishima... He injected Shinya with the drug he developed himself. Just because he wanted to collect data on the side effects. Fully aware it's deadly to people like us.
Even though his drug is an unfinished product, the side effects are still too much for patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome.
Shinya took my place. I was the one who was supposed to get injected.
I know people at public security. I'm taking you to report this case right now.
We can't. He warned us that the other kids at the sanatorium are his hostages. And if we do anything, they'll die.
How's your condition right now?
Not great. I probably don't have much time left.
Don't say things like that, Kana. We're all gonna be okay.
I'm not just saying that, Tsubaki. I've made up my mind. Next time, when it's your turn to extract the spinal fluid, just use mine, at the very least. I want to do something meaningful before my time is up.
No! You should rest more because your condition's worsened. I'm doing okay right now. They can have my spinal fluid.
There you all are. I've been looking everywhere.
Look who's here. What took you so long? I thought you'd forgotten about these kids.
I would never. The guy I sent to meet you must have dozed off in the car. He wasn't picking up my calls.
Sounds like he's burnt out from working too hard. You should watch out for that. Labor disputes are not fun.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It's getting late. I'll take them back now.
Don't worry. I've talked to the kids and slipped GPS trackers and mics on them.
You didn't say anything you shouldn't have today, did you?
No! We didn't say anything!
Good. Remember, you're just my living medical supplies. Anyone who dares disobey me will be joining Shinya soon. I could use someone to test the side effects of the latest batch.
This guy is pure evil. We've got to stop him.
We'll use the recordings as evidence, and I'm going to track down the exact coordinates of the sanatorium. But like Kana said, there are other kids there. We can't risk alerting him. As for the spinal fluid, I'll figure something out.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just a bit worn out today. Let's head back first.
Whoa, afternoon tea! Thank you, Master.
Remember, Harumasa, what do we do before snack time?
I know. It's time for that. I need to get the shot in my neck first.
That's right. And don't forget your daily medicine. These are all necessary things to help you get better.
Don't worry, Master. I'm not afraid of pain or medicine. But the medicine, it's bitter like the black coffee that you always drink.
Good boy.
Then, if I keep being a good boy, will I get a prize?
What did you have in mind?
I want your headband. With that, I'll be as good as you. Every shot from my bow will be a bullseye.
The headband isn't what does that. Very well. But you have to keep being a good boy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You've been awfully quiet. How are you feeling?
Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, back to what we were saying. I've been dodging this topic, but someone as sharp as you probably figured it out already. I'm just like those kids. I have ether aptitude regression syndrome. This disease affects different parts of the body for different people. For me, it's mainly my lungs and heart. As you can see, it's also caused my chronic condition.
Are you doing okay?
Don't worry, my condition is mild. I'm not gonna die that easily. You know what they say. The bad guys always live the longest.
Don't say that about yourself. You're not a bad guy.
Back when I was first diagnosed, my parents took me to the best hospital in the city. They told me they'd get some food for me while we waited. But they never came back. I was too little to even speak properly then. But even if I knew where home was, there was no going back. After that, Master took me in. He taught me a lot of things, like how to draw a bow, how to wield a blade, and how to survive in this world with this body of mine. He said he wanted to cure me. So every day, I took lots of meds and got injections in the back of my neck. It wasn't until much later I realized they weren't giving me shots, but extracting materials from me to make the booster drug. The choker I wear is actually to cover the scars on my neck. But hey, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oops, I've said more than I should. But that's all in the past now. I don't care anymore.
And look, Kite, happy about that statement.
But I care.
You don't have to look so sad. But thank you. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I think I know what Kirishima is after. He said he wants to help me find Master, but what he really wants is the research data and drug samples my master left behind. But now that it's come to this, I have no choice but to confront him. Not just for my master, but for the sake of those kids, too. When the time comes, I'll be counting on your guidance, partner.
Well, we come to our final conclusion before we end this, so let's go ahead and end this. Yes. Finally gonna come to an end, all this madness. Let's do it.
Excuse me, my hard-working colleagues. It's such a pleasure to see you all.
Haramasa, you're late again. And Belle?
Oh, she's with me. She mentioned wanting to join HSO, so she's here to check out the place.
What he said. I have considered it.
You've got great potential. I'm sure with a little effort, you'll make it into HSO. But I'm here today because I have a few things I want to say.
Aren't you here because today is a work day?
Actually, no. But, Yanagi, I wanted to thank you for everything. I know you've done a lot for me. My leave excuses are all over the place. But you always managed to fight for my case with the higher-ups. Without your help, I would have been called in by the higher-ups for my ridiculous number of absences. Man, I hate to admit it, but even though we joined around the same time, you're way ahead of me now. Chief Miyabi, thank you for your trust all this time. If it weren't for you, HSO probably never would have accepted someone like me with all my health issues.
Like I said before, I chose you because you're strong.
And Lil Sokaku, I'm sorry for always pulling you aside at work to lecture you. I was actually just trying to slack off.
Huh? Really?
Asaba, did something happen?
It's nothing. It's just, starting today, I need to take a little vacation to take care of some important matters. As the chief would put it, I'm doing a training tied to my past self.
Oh, so you're training! Is there anything we can help you with, Haramasa?
Nope. But if you really want to help, perhaps you could take over my workload? I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Training is good, but don't push yourself too hard. I trust you. both as your superior and as your friend.
That's right. If you run into any problems, contact us anytime.
Yeah! And if you're not back on time, there won't be any snacks left in the office. I'll eat them all.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You were acting a little strange back there. That wasn't a death flag, was it?
Of course not. It's getting late. Let's get ready to enter the Hollow.
Got 2. Of course, they'll add the publicly carry. I thought it would be Death, but no. Death is doing his own thing. We'll just to see what else they what kind of pull strings they're pulling off.
Let's see. The place we agreed to meet
Please
Kirishima.
note, there is a mechanism here that can move containers.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm here. Gee, this place really is a port. So much dust. I have a sensitive throat. Even a little dust can trigger a reaction. But it's no biggie. Let's keep going.
What's wrong? You feeling okay?
I'm okay. Just haven't gotten much sleep lately.
You don't look okay. Should we get out of here first?
Observation. Asaba Harumasa is exhibiting hand tremors, coughing, and reduced accuracy during combat. Hypothesis. This is likely linked to his physical condition. Suggestion. Leave the hollow environment now and rest.
Okay. I admit I haven't been at my best. I can't rest now. You know how much this means to me. I need to see it through. It's my last chance.
Do you really need to find your master that badly? Even if it means risking your health?
I need an answer. And more importantly, I cannot let Kirishima get to Master first, or obtain his research data and drug samples. If my Master's research falls into his hands, a lot of people will die. And not just patients suffering from ether aptitude regression syndrome, but many ordinary people will become his test subjects. It's like Pandora's box. Once it's open, there's no going back. He won't stop pursuing his grand ambitions, regardless of how many people he sacrifices. I won't allow it. So please, I need your help. Please, fight with me until the very end.
If you insist. But promise me you won't push yourself too hard.
Thank you, partner. Don't worry. I value my life highly, and the last thing I do is push myself too hard. All right, let's keep going.
Elle, should we be doing this? What if his condition gets worse?
Don't worry, I've got a plan B. We can contact Section 6 if anything really does go wrong. They'll be able to get here in time.
Good thinking. I'll keep them on speed dial.
Get them Section 6 on board. Can't do this alone.
Here comes the first.
Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight? Hiroshima is just up ahead. Honestly, he's the last person I want to see right now. There's no other choice. I'll just have to suck it up.
Tip. There is a special location sensor ahead. There's a device on the wall ahead that can be triggered by an arrow.
Harumasa, what's wrong? Not feeling well?
I'm fine. This is a letter?
Do you recognize the symbol?
Yeah. When I was being experimented on, there were other adults around Master who always seemed to be busy. Master told me they were there to keep an eye on him. They weren't friends. So, we agreed that if I wanted time alone with him, I'd draw this symbol. Then he'd come find me by himself, teach me archery, or just tell me stories.
Damn it, it's not here either.
What are you looking for?
Oh, nothing. Just seems like there's nothing here that could help us find Master. But as I thought, you're the only one who can solve this puzzle. Good thing I brought you here. You knew him better than anyone.
Is that so? I used to think I knew him. Just like everyone thinks they know their family. But now, I'm not so sure.
I don't like where this is going. It's a bad idea of this.
Stay vigilant.
Right. That ethereal keeps circling around the briefcase. It's almost like it's guarding it on purpose.
Forget about the ethereal. Go get that briefcase now! There's gotta be something inside that'll help us find Master's whereabouts.
Master's whereabouts. Master's clothes are scattered near that ethereal. And those are definitely his glasses. Is he really still alive?
Harumasa, I know you're concerned for his safety, but try not to think about that right now.
Enough! I know you've been after what's inside that briefcase from the start. There are no clues leading to Master in there, just the booster drug he left behind. And I know you want to use Master's work to advance your own research, creating the so-called miracle drug that allows humans to conquer the Hollows. And that's why you built the sanatorium. But in reality, it's just your lab for human experiments where you harvest materials from sick kids. I know it all. And a team is rescuing those kids from your sanatorium as we speak. So tell me, is he still alive?
Guess I couldn't have fooled you after all. You even got the sanatorium's coordinates. Whatever, it's not that important anyway. Now that the puzzle's solved, you're useless to me. Since we've known each other for so many years, I'll tell you, your precious master, he's over there growling right now.
You mean that ethereal?
That's right. That ethereal is your master. I watched him get corrupted with my own eyes. He foolishly tried to go against the power players. It's only fitting he ends up like this.
I had questions for him.
If anyone's at fault, it's your master. He didn't understand the value of this research. This is a chance to go down in history. Once we make a true ether aptitude booster, we'll no longer fear the Hollows. We could even conquer them! When that time comes, a new world will be born.
Even if it means stepping over countless bodies?
You mean those patients? They're just necessary sacrifices on the path to a new world. Just like you. Even without my involvement, you wouldn't live much longer. So, in a sense, I'm putting waste to good use. Wouldn't you agree?
You really have the nerve to say that.
Deep down, you know it too. For this great research, your sacrifices are insignificant. That's why the power players turn to me to continue the research.
There aren't that many patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome. Even if you develop a drug without side effects, there's not enough for mass production.
That's just a minor issue. At that point, we can simply induce the disease in ordinary people. Humans are an abundant resource. This is way easier than my current research. You don't know, do you? The power players have done many experiments already, and they've used up plenty of patients like you. Too bad he grew sentimental. What a joke! Feeling pity for someone with one foot in the coffin like you. He never hesitated when extracting your spinal fluid before, but he refused to perform the final experiment at the last minute. That's why the power players got rid of him.
You mean he...
Oh, you're deteriorating rapidly. Looks like luck is on my side.
Don't get cocky! As long as I'm alive, I won't let you have...
We'll see about that.
Damn it! More ethereals are showing up. We need to take them out first.
Ready with this?
Understood.
Break away in one hit! I don't see Kirishima. He must have slipped away.
Who knows what he'll do next? Should we go after him? Harumasa, what's happening with your body? Kirishima just said your condition was strange. Are you hiding something from me?
I'm fine.
If you don't tell me the truth right now, I'll end our partnership immediately.
Kirishima extracts spinal fluid from those kids regularly, but they're not in good shape. If this goes on, they'll likely relapse. So, I had them use my spinal fluid instead. We needed to find Master and secure the drug samples he left. Losing Kirishima would have meant losing our only lead to the power players behind. After taking everything into consideration, it was my only option.
You need to go to the hospital right now!
It's fine. The dose was small enough not to cause any serious side effects. Besides, my tolerance is different from theirs. My body is used to this kind of strain. More importantly, I still have things to do. Get the briefcase and put an end to that ethereal. It might sound stupid, but I don't want him wandering around forever in the hollows and the...
You're in really bad shape, and you still want to go fight that ethereal?
Don't worry. No one values my life more than... Thanks for accompanying me this whole way, partner. No need to worry. You should be happy for me. I can finally put an end to all this.
Face the consequences.
Clear mind. Arrows fly through. Combat isn't my thing.
Round the knot. Justice is served.
No. Trust me. I can beat him. I have to.
I detect Asaba Harumasa's vital signs are rapidly declining.
No. If this continues, he'll...
Master. How strange. I thought I'd hate you. I ought to, but... it's a shame. I didn't get to see you one last time. Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
Well done, Harumasa. I'll go ahead and take what he left behind. Looks like you can't see or hear me anymore.
Give us back the case!
Who do you think you are? Just stay here. You won't survive for much longer.
Damn it! I won't let you...
Harumasa, wake up! Don't fall asleep!
over? Get to feel the wind again?
It's not over yet. I still have unfinished business.
Listen to me, Harumasa.
Master.
The essence of archery is not to be sought from the outside. It resides within you. Each time you pull the string.
It's useless. Even if you smash it, as long as there's a single drop, my people can replicate it. You...
Kiss your grand plans goodbye.
Harumasa, what have you done?
Sorry, little proxy, but I can't let this thing exist in the world. I guess this was my final vacation request.
No, don't go, please.
Wow. Just like that. Oh no. Section 6 and public will be very pissed off.
This headband is yours now.
Huh? Can I really have it?
As I promised. But don't think it'll help you hit 10 bullseyes and—
Got it!
Harumasa,
Huh?
No, it's nothing. If one day I'm not around anymore, you must keep up with your medication and routine checkups. Do you understand?
Master, are you leaving? Did I do something?
It's not your fault. I'm just really tired. Maybe it's time for me to skip work and take a break, but not yet. I've still got a lot of work to do. And I will finish it.
Will you come back after your break?
If I have the chance, I will. I once thought I could save more people. At least that's what they told me. If the gods have abandoned this world, trapping us in endless calamity, then we must reclaim the power of the gods with our mortal bodies, regardless of the cost or sacrifice. But this is wrong. I can't exchange this real, immediate suffering right in front of me for a distant and uncertain possibility. And who am I to trample on the lives of others in the name of sacrifice? I have no right. One who offers salvation in exchange for sacrifice is not a god, but evil. So, Asaba Harumasa, I wish for your life to always be your own. Not a sacrifice for anyone or anything. And I'm sorry.
What's all the fuss? This isn't some kind of prank, is it?
Not a prank. We are celebrating the return of a teammate who's recovered from a serious illness.
That's right! We've prepared lots of yummy goodies!
Asaba, you're on time today. Very good. To celebrate, we've invited a special guest.
Warm welcome to our executive officer who's back on the job.
Man, just hearing back on the job gives me instant work fatigue. But all jokes aside, thanks, guys. If it weren't for our smart proxy calling for backup early and my dear teammates coming to the rescue just in time, my ashes would have been floating out to sea already.
You almost sound disappointed.
Executive Officer Asaba Harumasa, you've done great work and saved countless civilians from the Hollows. You are indispensable to Section 6. And with you here, we can make a real difference and help more people. I'm very proud of you.
Why so formal all of a sudden? You're making me blush. But thanks.
What was that saying again? Those who survive a catastrophe are destined for great fortune. Guess I'll take a fortune cookie.
Nothing beats a place where you can feel the breeze, to be honest. I didn't think I'd get to see you again. When I injected that drug in my neck, I thought I was done for. The doctor said the fact I was alive was sheer luck, not to mention how quick my recovery was. They couldn't explain it and called it a miracle of modern medicine. Guess I can be lucky too sometimes.
I'm just glad you're okay. So, what happened to Kirishima?
The kids at the sanatorium were all rescued and taken to a specialized hospital. Their conditions are stable now, and I'll be helping with their living expenses. As for the power players behind the scenes, we managed to get several names out of Kirishima during his interrogation. I'd say that's a decent lead to work with.
About your master. Did you take care of everything?
Yeah. I've collected his belongings, and the funeral's next month. Though, I might be the only one attending. To me, Master was my only family. So I was fixated on getting an answer from him. I wanted to ask him, why did he have to leave me without saying a word? But now, it just feels like none of that matters anymore. The deceit and exploitation were real. But so were the care and kindness.
Have you decided to forgive him? I feel like he doesn't deserve it.
I wouldn't call it forgiveness. It's just acceptance. I take it as it is. Good or bad, pain or joy. There's nothing I don't accept. There's always going to be evil. But there's always going to be good out there, too. Like how I was on the brink, but recovered miraculously. Even though I've lost family, I got to meet you and my amazing teammates.
Mr. Asaba Harumasa, based on your recent test results, we have a hypothesis that we think you need to know. Our analysis suggests that the drug you injected may have actually saved your life.
What do you mean? That drug was supposed to be poison to me and accelerate my disease.
Poison? No. It's more like a special cure tailored just for you. We have detected active residual ingredients inside your body that not only control the disease, but are a perfect match for your physiology. In other words, this medicine only works on you. It must have been made by someone who knew your condition inside and out. It's just a shame that it is an unfinished product. But it's still incredible how it brought you back from the brink of death.
So, it wasn't a miracle.
So the medicine that your master left behind wasn't any kind of booster drug. It was made specially to treat your illness. No wonder that Ethereal stayed near it.
I guess so. I wonder when he stopped working on the ether booster drug and began focusing on creating a cure for me. I had no idea. That's probably why those people decided to get rid of him. Thanks for being here. Don't worry. I'll live my life to the fullest. But if one day I become sick and turn into an ethereal, don't frown. We all know that day's gonna come sooner or later. When that happens, and if you're around, I hope you can do me a small favor and end my life. Don't leave me wandering forever as an ethereal in a hollow. Please.
I can't do that. You should just live your best life and do your best not to turn into an ethereal.
You're asking too much of me, Master Proxy. All right. Let's both aim to live our lives to the fullest in this messed up, wounded, yet so brilliantly beautiful world.
Interesting. They're all chatting with another. Completed. And that's it. Okay, that is it. What we got here? Managed to get 43. All been completed so far. This is exciting news. What's this? What's that in there? Okay. Well, I got so far as it getting to 6,200, which is better than nothing. And I managed to get all the stories completed. Looks like that's gonna be it for this live play. Go ahead and leave anything down in the comments below. If you haven't followed me on Twitch or any other social media sites, please sure you do so. This was some interesting stories that we just were able to take a look at, and we'll see what the new story comes with, and to see how crazy the path we go with this game moves forward. So thank you guys so much, and that's about it. Bye bye.